All right. Hello. Good morning, everyone. It is still morning here. I got a few minutes before noon. Late sleeper. So, a friend of mine, they purchased an antique doll. These are supplies that I have that I will be using. I'm going to be using this particular wood filler on this doll because she is a fixer up. Um, I do want people to know that when I'm doing an antique doll, if the doll has a lot of damage, needs lots of repairs, lots of restoration, I call the doll haunted and give her a name. So no, she's not really haunted. It's just my figure of speech of saying that she needs a lot of work. So we'll start with Gorilla Glue, the wood filler. I'm going with this one because it has a high performance and it's got really good feedback on it. I also got this. I'm gonna use this here to put her eyes in. Yeah, that's what I mean. She is a serious fixer upper. So we're gonna be doing her eyes. This here is waterproof. It's permanent bond. All of those good things. And aside from that, it dries crystal clear. You can use it indoors, outdoors, and things like that. And it's you know, anyway, so that's important. We're using these because I will be doing full repairs live. And we also, last but not least, once everything is done, including paintwork, we got this triple thick. That stuff is like $10 to $12, depending on where you live. Okay, so first off, we have her head. Yeah, here's her head. Her eyes had to be ordered. I believe we ordered 18 or 20 millimeter eyes for this particular doll's head, and I hope that's gonna be a good size. Tried to do research to see what worked best, but I haven't cleaned it yet. So, Bertha will be getting her head cleaned and go through all of that. So we will get her cleaned up. Today, I will be sanding her body. Okay, so this is the torso. As you can see, this yellowy stain, that is the original, like where the doll was painted with oil paint. And that's just how oil paint looks over the years. They gave her a double belly button, and I don't know what happened with that. I don't know why someone would do that. And you can see like the little holes here, but that's from when she was painted originally, from whenever, whatever year she came out. You can see here it says made in Germany. So I'm not going to paint that part. The stamp that's right here, I'm actually going to cover it with something like a band-aid, or something that's going to fit that little spot because I'm not going to, yeah, we don't want to repaint over that stamp. But as you can see, Bertha here has some major cracks going on. You can see where someone tried to repair her before. Yeah, it looks really ugly up in here, doesn't it? This is raw. It's like a cardboard material. Let me get in here so you can get a good look. Yeah. So I'm going to be restoring all of this. Now, you have different types of people who do different types of restorations. With me, I do a complete full restoration. Some people don't want to mess with a lot of the original paintwork. They want to keep as much of it original as possible. But the problem is that that's not going to fix the problem. That's going to end up leaving any exposed areas here. And if it's cracked and not fixed properly, these dolls will not last another 100 years. So what I'm showing you is like all up in here inside. They just covered that up. They didn't cover the other section up. So I'm gonna have to sand this off. I'm sanding all of this off today. I'm gonna be sanding all of the body. I am gonna try to cover this and leave this stamping made in Germany on. We're gonna do repairing. We're gonna take this. When I show this again, you will see me repairing it with the materials that I've shown you. So we do full repair on this entire doll. Um, I'm also going to be redoing everything. So you're not going to see any more of this. We're going to get rid of all of this original stuff, this mess. You can see the different colorings of type of paint they use to just cover up the cracks. With the doll from the 19th century, early 19th century, possibly late 1800s. Um, it's, amazing how these dolls have stood the test of time because they were made cheaply. Well, today we would call that made cheaply. This, what, darling? Okay, so this is the raw of the doll. That is the actual what she's made of, which looks like cardboard, which was basically back then maybe something like some what they used to make paper and glue that was compressed into a model or a mold. So you see all the cracks and layers that are around where she's went through a couple paintings. Um, I do believe this pink to be more of authentic. And of course, these beigey yellow colors are not. But you can see where she wasn't really painted as well. It was just a fast job painting. Um, I was told that the buyer of this doll did some research, and they said that this particular doll was a cheap doll. And what is so gross? So here we have the joint. This little peg here goes inside the doll's head, and this goes through her neck hole, and that's how you attach it to her body. So, and this is one of her ball joints. As you can see, the wood. You see where the wood is cracked inside. I am going to be putting a sealer inside. I put a sealer inside the wood to protect it and prevent it from splitting and any damage from happening. That's the most part about a restoration. But if I'm going to do a restoration, I do a complete restoration where I sand every single part of the doll's body and all of the pieces. And I restore the entire doll's body. And with the head, I keep the head as original as possible. Yes, darling. And so, yeah, um, I will. This looks good. It looks really good. But like I said, when you got a doll this old and with this age, oh yeah, you want treats. Um, and with all these little joint pieces, so you can see the texture. So we're gonna redo all of that. And her hand. Her hands have definitely turned color. Um, it's a whole different color from the body. Um, and you can see inside. This is what they had inside the doll. By the way, we are restringing her with the only material. I have new elastic. I have a brand new roll of this. So I would be using that. Also, once all of her body joints are done, I would be putting this, a little bit of that around inside the entire doll's joints. So this way the head is not going to be hitting directly on the body. There's a little cushioning in between to prevent chipping and stuff like that. I know other people don't do that. People who do restorations, those are measures they don't take. But I tried to look at the further down the road, you know, way ahead, the long term effects and how to prevent any further damage from ever happening to these antique dolls ever again. This way they're 100% protected. So you can see the wood, you can see all these little marks, dents, you can see the grain of the wood, you know. It still got some shine to it. It doesn't feel rough. So this is what they call a type of composition. It's very thin. Um, you can see here, all of that's original. But see that it looks like it's separating. I'm going to fix that. You won't notice it. So we're going to make that invisible. We're going to sand everything down. After I finish this video, I'm going to do all the sanding, which I already have a video showing how I do that. So I'm not going to do that on this video. I'm not going to go live while I'm sanding and take her out on the porch and stuff like that. It's hot. I don't want to be out there no longer than I have to. No, Dixie, it's not an animal, sweetie. See? No, it's not. See? It's not some weird little insect. No, you don't want to bite that. It might. It's very old, sweetie. Might give you cooties. Now, this is the upper leg. You are intrigued, aren't you? Yes. Look at little Miss Dixie. You are intrigued. She woke me up licking me on the face. Y'all like my new Barbie t-shirt? They're at walmart.com for $8.98. No, I'm not sponsored or asked to tell you that. They don't have an agreement with me. I'm just letting all you Barbie collectors know. All right, so all of this right here, you see a different color that is not original. So we're going to have to take that out. We're going to sand it off. We're going to sand all of this old stuff off where it was. Oh my. Oh, my work is cut out. So it looks almost like a chunk is gone, but it's not. That's how thick the layers of paint are. You see how thick the paint is? Because they would take and have about 3 or 4 layers of oil paint on the actual wood stuff on these dolls. And we are going to sand most of that off. Not all of it, because it's got a primer, which is good. So we're going to sand a lot of that off. But this is soft. It's soft. We're going to apply some gesso. See what anything we need to. I don't want to leave any of the raw part of the doll joints noticeable. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh, great. Styrofoam pieces just shot across the floor. No, 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 Dixie. No, 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 no. Give me that. You have toys. Go find your ball. Okay, this is her original eyeball, but the inside of the mechanism is broken, and so we're not using her original eyes. I'm gonna send them back. I'm sending them back with the owner because I'm not gonna keep them. So this is what we have to look forward to, everyone. So I will start today with sanding it down and doing all of that. So I'll be getting all of these pieces and we will be taking them outside. So I want to give you another look at her head. So as you can see, inside her head, the entire mechanism is broken. And the cork here also, that corking in the middle right in here. It's supposed to be there, but it broke off. Along with the mechanism. So it's completely wiped out. So what we're going to do, I am not going to try to refix that because then you end up with so many layers of plaster, and I don't want to do that. I would rather take some eyes and have the eyes fixed and on this particular doll. So many of these dolls do not have open closed eyes. Oh, also, her teeth are chipped. See where her tooth is chipped? All right, camera, I need you to focus on her. There it is. So her tooth is chipped. I'm going to fix that with acrylic. So yeah, I'm going to use acrylic to fix where her tooth is chipped and rebuild on it. But first, I'm going to clean her head. And so now we're going to start our project. We're going to start and sand the entire body, but the head will go protected. I'm not going to do this until the body has been sanded and gessoed and wood filler and then more gesso. And then while it's waiting to dry, and that takes a couple of days, that's when I will clean her head and her hands. I may show you I'm gonna show the process of cleaning her head. So that's what we have going on, and that's what we're going to start with today. So I will keep you updated. So I will see you soon. Until then, have a good day.